Hi everyone! Today's video is about Top 10 Bizarre Facts about Talking. Talking isn't just about correspondence. It additionally influences the way that we see tone and how well the cerebrum can adapt to a crisis. The capacity to talk likewise accompanies baffling minutes. For what reason do creators be able to hear their anecdotal characters talk? Does language truly anticipate a separation 3 months before the relationship crumbles? Delve into these and more odd jewels about talking. A great many people talk too much. People are designed to peruse expressive gestures from others. Be that as it may, with regards to a certain something, when to quit talking, many individuals flop severely. As such, they can't peruse the signs that the discussion is over. This loquacious cluelessness created fascinating outcomes with regards to the research facility. A few sets of volunteers were approached to converse with one another. When addressed a short time later, almost 70% admitted that they felt their accomplice had hauled the discussion on for too long. The justification this turned out to be clear when the members were additionally approached to think about when their accomplice had needed to quit talking. The majority of them terribly overestimated the time the other individual needed to draw in with them. Conversing with yourself is healthy. There is consistently that one person remaining in the corner murmuring to himself. He must be a nutcake since he is alluding to himself as an outsider looking in. Yet, an examination in 2017 showed that the fruit corner guy may very well have preferred adapting abilities over the rest. Michigan State University snared 89 volunteers to different mind-understanding gadgets and afterward hit them with disturbing pictures or recollections. As trained, the marginally damaged members at that point conversed with themselves. Some doubted themselves in a first individual manner, "For what reason am I vexed?" while others utilized the third individual. For instance, somebody called John Smith would say, "For what reason is John Smith upset?" Those who ameliorated themselves as an outsider looking in experienced something exceptional. Their cerebrums unloaded the overburden of feelings inside a second. Apparently, conversing with oneself as though you are someone else puts a little distance among you and the issue. This gives the mind more flexibility against unpleasant feelings, which prompts better adapting abilities in a tough spot. Casual chit-chat is useless and essential. An easygoing visit doesn't give any genuine data. In this sense, casual banter is futile. In any case, for reasons unknown, that abnormal discussion about the climate with a complete more peculiar assumes a significant part in human relationships. It doesn't make any difference if the other individual is a more odd, associate or a relative. Casual discussion concretes a connection with them. These connections recognize social jobs, recertify fellowships, and furthermore keeps things cordial with outsiders. From an endurance perspective, during old occasions and maybe even today, casual chit-chat is vital for bond with others in a positive manner. Without a doubt, it could assist with staying away from another adversary or a terrible circumstance. Snoops find eavesdropping annoying. With regards to being compelled to tune in to someone's telephone discussion, that is. In 2013, analysts deceived volunteers. The last accepted that they were essential for a trial including rearranged words, the reshuffling of letters to uncover an alternate word or expression. However, the genuine trial was an individual who simply occurred to be standing close by and chatting on a cell phone. The volunteers got an earful of a large portion of a discussion. They were more occupied by this than when two individuals additionally occurred to talk close by. The full discussion didn't draw in close to as much attention. As it ends up, hearing an uneven conversation disappoints the mind. It frantically needs things to bode well. Not having the option to follow a discussion hijacks the cerebrum's consideration, which is the reason snooping, for this situation, can be both mesmerizing and irritating. Ha appears to be universal. English speakers know about ha? It shows disarray and that the audience needs greater clearness from the speaker. This cycle is called discussion fix. Something confounding is said. The other individual goes, ha. And after a clarification, the discussion is fixed and continues. Nearly every culture on the planet rehearses discussion fix. In any case, the most strange thing about this is that an amazing number of dialects utilize a sound that is comparative or indistinguishable from the English word, ha. More established people share fewer memories. Albeit the explanation isn't clear, a few group are less disposed to discuss past encounters as they become more established. At the point when they do share a memory, more established grown-ups portray it with less subtleties contrasted with a more youthful person. This chunk was found when researchers listened in on 102 old residents. The brilliant gathering realized that they were being observed through a telephone application. Be that as it may, they were never told at what times the researchers would tune in. They were additionally not advised about the examination, to perceive how frequently the volunteers unexpectedly discussed their past. The age of the volunteers went from 65 to 90. Following 4 days of sneaking around, the researchers began to see a pattern. The more established people in the gathering spoke less about their recollections, and when they did, they were less approaching with the subtleties than the more youthful members. It is conceivable that age-related changes in the mind can be dependable. Right now, however, there is no genuine proof to demonstrate that hypothesis. Language determines experience with color. The eye can see a large number of shades, yet how individuals see those tones are influenced by the language that they talk. This is on the grounds that the cerebrum sees things such that bodes well or has meaning. Sense and significance are, thus, influenced by the way of life an individual was raised in. While most countries have a lot of words for colors, some have only a couple. Others, similar to Australia's Warlpiri individuals, have none. All things considered, they experience tones in their language by portraying them with surfaces, reason, and actual sensations. The Dani from Papua New Guinea likewise portray colors as one or the other dim and light, and at different occasions as cold and warm. Rest talk is mostly negative. In 2018, researchers quieted patients to rest in a lab. Subsequent to snooping on a few marvelous exchanges, the outcomes were in. Most of the rest talk was drivel. It didn't mean anything. A few group even giggled in their rest. In any case, at that point there were the genuine rest talkers who appeared well and good and talked utilizing syntactically right language. Curiously, most of the expressions were negative. When contrasted with the normal insights of individuals who talk when they are conscious, the sleeper said, "No," multiple times, all the more frequently. Some even became forceful or utilized oppressive language. Undoubtedly, F-bombs gave off an impression of being a most loved word. It seemed multiple times more on the sleeper's lips than in the waking world. The testy conduct is puzzling, however one hypothesis could clarify it. In the event that right, as the hypothesis contends, dreams are normal reenactments that get ready individuals for genuine encounters, fears, and perils. Language predicts breakups. For reasons unknown, analysts needed to find if language could anticipate a bound couple. Also, not simply with something as clear as contentions of examining a separation. All things being equal, the investigation fished through 1 million online presence on tracked down a secret way that words may demonstrate that the special night is over. Remarkably, the posts showed a slight change between couples. It sprung up as right on time as 3 months before a separation, and surprisingly the individual who at last kicked unloaded off to do it. The most well-known move included pronouns. Individuals began to forsake couple-related words like us, our, or we, for self-centered words like I, mine, and me. Curiously, it didn't make any difference what subject they were posting about. The pronoun move was all over the place. Creators hear their characters' voices. Scholars frequently become profoundly engaged with the anecdotal universe of their novel. Yet, it was not until 2020, when analysts cornered near 200 creators, that an amazing certainty was found. Also, a wonder that happens among journalists and their characters. The study tracked down that more than 60% of the scribes could hear their characters talk, and 15% could join the discussion as normally as though they were conversing with genuine individuals. The scholars could even recognize discourse designs that were special to each character. However, the genuine shock was the way that the anecdotal group behaved. Most of the creators experienced characters that went about as though they had choice. They did and made statements the author won't ever design. The investigation precluded mental trips and fanciful companions, which left no clarification for the odd freedom of the characters. In any case, scientists speculate that it has something to do with an obscure interaction including the psyche brains of authors.